Hey designers, if you are using Instagram to promote your services and sign new clients, but you don't have a clear system for what to post and when, you feel completely disorganized and a little bit random, then this video is for you. I'm going to do a very quick 5-minute tutorial by sharing my screen to show you how I organize and plan my content weeks in advance so that I can sit down one day, prepare X number of posts or reels for the next few weeks, and I ensure that everything looks nice on the grid, on the feed, on the page, whatever you call it. And because this is your marketing tool, right? It's not just Instagram for social media. It's what is going to help your ideal client connect with your brand, connect with you, understand what you're offering, see past projects that you've done for other clients, and make a decision as to whether they should start working with you or not. So whatever you're going to be posting is really important, and you will need to make sure that you have a mix of content. So maybe doing some before and after photos, showing progress from a construction site you're working on right now, talking more about your services, talking more about yourself so that people can connect with you and your personality, understand who you are, who is the designer behind the brand. You can share free tips as well to help them solve a problem that they're having right now. And to ensure that you post a mix of everything, you need to plan. So we're going to use this grid on Canva. It's very easy. If you use Canva to do your posts already, that's going to be very easy. And yeah, let's get into it. All right, so we are in Canva. And this is what the document I've been using to plan my content looks like. I created different pages. I'm going to show you how to get to this, but I just wanted to show you what my document looks like and how we've been planning the content. The reason why I love it is because first, I feel more organized. I used to plan I used to wake up in the morning and think, okay, what can I post today? And this is kind of stressful because as a business owner, there are so many different things that I need to be thinking about. Sometimes I do not want to post anything. I don't feel like doing a reel. So the fact that I can just spend one day per week or per month or whatever to plan content and then schedule it and not have to think about it throughout the week, it frees up a lot of my time to focus on other areas of my business that need my attention. We do not want to stay stuck on the hamster wheel of just producing content every day. We have so many different things that we need to do. So let's plan, be efficient, and ensure that we get across what we need to get across as fast and as well as possible. When I rebranded, I decided that I wanted my grid to look like gradients of all the colors from my brand. I thought it looked nice. I saw some accounts doing it. And so the idea was that I was going to have 9 posts of the same color palette and then move on. So here, you see 9 of that blue, and then it starts with the green that finishes here, and then it's the yellow, and then it starts with the pink. And then, of course, I haven't finished to plan because we're still doing this. But this is what my vision was for the page. I wanted something that was really thought about, and it wasn't just random. I wake up one day, I'm just going to do one post, and then when you look at the grid, at the feed, it doesn't look that nice. So to achieve this result, so first it looks nicer, and second, you plan what you want to talk about so that you ensure you vary the topics that you talk about. You share a little bit about the progress on the project, you share some testimonial, you share some free value about something that people will like. You talk about your services, so there needs to be a mix. If it's always the same thing for 5 days and then you switch, it could be a little bit boring for people to follow you. So I will show you how to get to that grid. You're going to go back to the home page and you are going to type in the search bar Instagram grid in the templates. All right, so then you're going to have a lot of different templates to look at. What I did when I started a new page, a second page for my shop, I used something like this that also had the bio and the name because I wanted to see what I wanted to put in the description. I wasn't sure yet, so I started planning on this. If you already have an Instagram, you don't need to have this, then choose something like this where it's just the posts. And you see how nice it is that you can plan because you can really play around with the colors, with the textures, ensure that it's not too busy. I really like this type of grid, or it could be just in the neutrals. So it helps you think about how you want your page to look like. Something simple like this. So you just look through this page and you decide which one feels more like you. You're not going to keep any of those posts, but it's kind of good to have some inspiration when you get started. So I'm just going to choose a random one, customize this template. And the cool thing is that most template, it's actually frames. So when you click on one and you click delete, you still have the frame. So then you can just drop any of your uploads directly into that frame. So you could just remove those. Remember that Instagram, the oldest post will be at the bottom, and it's just going to go like this. So when you plan, don't plan from the top down, plan from the bottom up, okay? Then let's go back to my grid. I created other documents, one that has the size for reels and one that has the size for carousels. So this document has the size for carousels, which is this size here. You can just copy it. And then for carousels, this is the size that I'm using. So also copy it if you don't have it, then create a blank document by going create a design, custom size, and then you're going to put the sizes from the documents that I just showed you. And then you're going to start creating content. So I really like doing my reels on Canva rather than on Instagram because I can use my brand fonts and logos. You can do that if you do it directly on Instagram. So I do it here first, where I can just put the text and everything. And then I save it, share as download, video. You can choose the quality for streaming. You choose the page and then you download and then you can upload it to Instagram. And I like to put, to be honest, I like to put everything on this one document. So even like the covers are also on here. So it could just be that this one, I will save it as a PNG instead of saving as a video, PNG, because that's my cover. And then I always work on the cover and on the video together. And this is how you see the play button, just by pressing this arrow here. For the carousels, we have two different ways of doing things in the business because I also have someone from my team helping me. So the way that I like to have it is to have all my carousels in one page because then I look at how I've done the others and I can copy paste stuff. I don't like to necessarily have a document for each carousel individually. I like to have them all on the same thing. So it's a lot of pages. You could also have different carousel types. So carousels for services, then carousels for testimonials, whatever. You choose how you want to do it, the way that it works for you, but this is how I've been doing it. And I just save and I schedule it directly in Instagram. I don't have to think about it anymore, but I do like to plan everything on Instagram. Then once I've done the post, I'm going to save this as a PNG and I'm going to go back to my feeds and I'm going to drop it in one of those frames because then I start playing around with how the feed is going to look like. And if I don't like that specific cover that I did, I just change the cover and then I re-upload it here to see if I like it better. So that's the way that I do things. I put the cover, I see if it works, then I upload it onto Instagram and I schedule it for the day that I want it to be posted. And I create the caption and everything. You can also do it this way. So I have someone on my team who helps me and she creates a different project, like a different file for each piece of content that she creates for me. So this is one that she created. So there's only this carousel on this one document specifically. And what you can do when it's only in one document, but even like per page, you could, in the notes, that's a recommendation I have, is write your caption there because it's saved. Should anything happen with your Instagram and you've scheduled lots of different posts, you don't want to lose the captions. So one way that you could do it is on the first page, you just click on the notes and you're going to type your caption here. And then you just have to copy and paste it on Instagram. So it's very easy. And then I can just save everything and download as PNG. I have this post, I can schedule it whenever I want. So those are two different ways that you can do it. Either you put all your carousels on one document or you put it like she did in one document. Regardless, for every specific frame, you could add a comment with the link to the document so you don't lose time. Like you want to be as time efficient as possible. So you can create a comment and put the links like what we're doing here. We're just adding the links. It's easy. It takes me directly to the document, download it, put it on Instagram and save. So I hope this was helpful. If you have questions about this, drop me a comment, but otherwise I'll see you in the next video.